NBA2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement. From the coaches to the players, to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all of sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their power. I mean, I can't wait to see what this year's game has in store for us.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. They've got LeBron James. Anthony Davis is out there with Jokic. And it's Durant. And it's Curry in at the 1.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars. It's a three-point game, and it's Davis with the jam.
Curry is so impressive. His peripheral vision is what makes him unique, in addition to his ball handling skills. He does a nice job setting up his teammates and knows how to get them the ball when they're open.
Here's Red Hot. Here's Giannis. Clock up 2 there.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
Durant with a wide open look, and it's off from three-point range. Here's the break. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. The West All-Stars coach and I did get a chance to talk. Now, he's spoken with the guys. Now, he wants to make this a competitive game, one that features at least some execution and not just a bunch of lobs. Maybe some ball movement. He said, look, if we're going to be out here, if we're going to take this court, we might as well try to win this game. And that means playing the right way. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And so here are the West All-Stars. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Doncic with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Beal from long range. Buries it from three-point range.
And it's fun watching Beal take these shots. He's a master at knowing when to catch some fire.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Down low. Here's
I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
There's Red Hot, stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. On up the court, and James throws it down hard.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the charts.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
Now, here's Doncic. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
I know we never see a lot of defense in these games, but tonight we're not seeing any.
Simply call it a free-for-all. I mean, you want the guys to have fun out there, but it would be nice to see some effort put into the defensive end of the floor.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Jokic with the bounce pass to the middle. James and LeBron throws it down.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
And there's the pass to Red Hot. Giannis with it. He's guarded by Davis. Antetokounmpo passes to Beal. It's rebounded by the West.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now, here's Doncic. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on Jokic.
He is comfortable putting his head down and attacking. Doncic is unfazed, unflappable, even against beastly defenders.
And the East All-Stars with some changes. Leonard, he's checked in for Embiid. Irving comes in for Red Hot. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Bradley Beal. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Durant. Now, here's Jokic. Kicks it to Davis. Over Leonard. And it's Davis missing. Davis has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Here's Lillard. And Davis sends it back.
Davis's anticipation and timing, so good at the defensive end. This guy is a shot-blocking machine.
Lillard attacking. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
There's no stopping that. AD is too long and strong to bother that alley-oop.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. Zion Williamson's checked in for the East. Chris Middleton comes in for Doncic. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jokic. Butler comes in for James. And James Harden has subbed in for Curry. Now here's Leonard. Right side Irving. From 7. And it's Leonard missing. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the West All-Stars. 3-point lead.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Here's Lillard. No points in the game yet for him. But deep 3 from Irving. The bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
Butler dishes to Mitchell. Towns for 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now here's Lillard. They need this. But they get it back. Here's Williamson. That one a little long.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Butler missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
Timeout called East All-Stars. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And it's Irving missing.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger. All the officials are all over that.
Clearly a foul. I mean, he didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Julius Randle's checked in for the West. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Vucevic checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Devin Booker in for Irving. Shots good by Middleton.
I think Middleton is absolutely dynamic and when he's involved in the pick and roll. He's really skilled at his decision making. He knows when to pass and when to shoot.
Now, here is Harden from the arc. Zion Williamson grabs the miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And it's Lillard missing.
The struggles just continue this quarter. They can ill afford to have this many empty possessions.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. Off target from outside. East All-Stars on offense. They trail by 11.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 6 to shoot. Pass to Harden. A second chance effort. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you've got to know Harden's looking to get to the line. I mean, one of the best in the game at going right into the defender and drawing fouls.
Harden hits them both.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Red Hot. A rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
But look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And so it's the West All-Stars. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way. Welcome back for the second quarter of the main event of All-Star Weekend.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
We've got Devin Booker, Williamson out there with Bradley Beal, and it's Vucevic, and it's Red Hot in at the point. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. And so here are the West All-Stars.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
Oh, the one to Gobert up high and stop the alley-oop.
And sometimes it's as simple as this. Throw it up anywhere near Gobert, and he's going to finish it. They're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight, and that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Mitchell finds Westbrook. Off target from three-point range. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. 8-point game. No good from Booker. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for the West All-Stars. And finished off by Westbrook.
Boy, that kind of throwdown by Westbrook gets the bench off their feet and excited.
The East All-Stars on offense. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Passes it to Red. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Julius Randle picks one up. The East All-Stars have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the East. Embiid, he's checked in for Vucevic. Antetokounmpo comes in for Williamson. And Doncic is subbed in for Booker. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Kevin Durant comes in for Julius Randle. LeBron's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Curry subbed in for Donovan Mitchell. Curry can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Good on that shot, and with that, the West All-Stars lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Red Hot. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Curry, good.
And I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Pass to Red. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Stephen Curry. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the West All-Stars.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
LeBron outside. Doncic against Westbrook. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's...
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for Russell Westbrook.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget. And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Here's Doncic. That one, no good. Now the West All-Stars the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
Loads it up for Giannis. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the...
KD with the bucket.
Excellent feed from Steph Curry.
And here are the East All-Stars. They trail by 6. Doncic with it. Now defended by Jokic.
The main weapon in Doncic's attack. He really excels at finding lanes and then taking advantage of them.
Now Durant. LeBron outside. It's Curry outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Giannis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically fakes defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
West All-Stars shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Leonard comes in for Bradley Beal. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Red Hot. James Harden, he's checked in for the West.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
No good from Irving. And it's Davis with the ball for the West All-Stars. 6-point lead. A shot by LeBron, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And Davis sends it back to the inside. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by LeBron. Harden's got 6.
I really appreciate how Harden handles contact, staying in control of his body, and tremendous balance.
The drive by Doncic, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Antetokounmpo. And West also making a switch. Towns is checked in. Inside. Here's Curry. Shoots over Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And how about mixing it up inside there? Steph still a threat. that nimbleness he has helps him to get that shot off.
Stephen Curry hits them both.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
And it's Lillard missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Offensive rebound, Towns. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shoot.
Left side, Leonard. There's 1:38 left in the first half. Here's Embiid. Irving against LeBron. And Davis sends it back. And they're on the break. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one. Harden's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Great timing on the block there. Towns helps affect winning in a lot of different ways.
Scooped up. Kicks it out to Harden. Here's the three. It is not good. He's made half of his 6 attempts. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. Here's Leonard. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Leonard's got his first bucket of the night.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Doncic outside. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
You know, early on, Doncic has proven to be a leader. I mean, this guy is somebody that can shoulder the offense and take and make big shots for his team.
And the East with some changes. Williamson is checked in for one. Chris Middleton comes in for Damian Lillard, and it's Booker in for Irving. The West also making some changes. Butler, he's checked in for James, and Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Curry.
Hey, we know Harden can score, but he also has great vision.
The pass to Booker. Towns with the steal. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the West All-Stars up by 12. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. It's the 2K Sports